So today's the day. We're going to install this ACiQ 4-ton system air handler. There's the model number right there, but I'll put it in the description. I printed out the manuals already, but it looks like they want you to scan the QR code and do it that way. So this will be replacing my regular old school type air conditioner. Let's see, what's it say on the side of the box here? It does say made in China, but from what I've read, that these are, parent company is Carrier and Medea, and that they're all the same. And I think it's the exact same thing as Mr. Cool by looking at the circuit boards and installation manuals and features. So this is the hyper heat, so I'll let you know how it goes. Alright, so here's the original HVAC. It's a 3-ton Goodman. There's the decimal reading. Upper 70 is what I put right next to it. Standing a few feet away. Like around 70. Oh, just kicked off. Alright, she's installed. It's on air conditioning mode right now. It's powered up. Check the decimal millimeter. Fan running. It's hard to tell. It's definitely way quieter. Alright, so we got the ACiQ 4-ton Hyperheat Central unit installed for a couple days now. I'm going to give a little bit of an update on how the installation went, how we're liking it so far. Hasn't been too hot outside, so it really hasn't come on at all. Sounds like it's coming on right now. This is the indoor unit. Anyway, so you can hear that the indoor unit's coming on now. It's not the air conditioner, it's just the fan blowing. I have it set so the fan circulates for 5 minutes once every hour on the Ecobee. But it does ramp up slowly, so that's nice. It's not just a big jolt ramp up with the fan. Outside, I wish I didn't use that app to test the decibels because I don't think it's accurate at all. The new unit, the ACiQ's way quieter. It went from like having a lawnmower condenser noise to like a small desk fan, so it's super quiet in the outside unit. The inside unit's been performing really well. Air conditioned when it is on in stage 1, it'll blow in the 50s, where the old one would blow in the 60s, so it's much stronger and cooler. We also upgraded from a 3-ton to a 4-ton, so that could be part of the reasoning. The biggest issue we had with the install was the documentation was not totally correct. There's some dip switches inside when you're using a 24-volt thermostat, and it says to flip the first one to the on position when using a 24-volt. And we did that, but then for SW1-4, so if you're using an ACiQ condenser, keep it on off. And my outdoor condenser is an ACiQ condenser, so we had that per the documentation hooked up. Couldn't get it running properly. It was throwing an EL01 error code. Thankfully, on the ACiQ website, they have a tech docs section, and they explained if you have this error code, then you have the 24-volt thermostat, then you do flip the S1-4 to the on position. So you actually have to, if you have a third-party thermostat like I do, have the Ecobee, you flip the S1-1 and SW1-4 to the on position. And this is what the troubleshooting document said to do, the EL01, and then everything started working properly. So I emailed ACiQ. I was like, hey, you guys know you have this issue, why not just update all the documents, the quick wire guide, the installation manual, just to save all the frustration on the consumer end from the get-go. So and then it started working fine. So other than that, that was the only problem really had so far. It says to use, so it's the 4 ton, it says to use a 19.5 by 20 filter. I put a 20 by 20 filter in, fits fine, and those are easier to find and acquire than a 19.5 by 20. I ordered 19.5 by 20, so we'll see how that fits. But yeah, so we'll see how this winter goes, and then give you all an update on how the hyperheat handles. Let me know. Bye. Oh, one last thing it is worth mentioning that comes with this thermostat, which looks exactly like the Mr. Cool thermostat, as well as this remote. I guess similar to like a mini split remote. So not sure how far you can take that away from this guy. I don't know what the range is, but worth looking into that. If you want like a sensor in a different room for temperature control. We did not use this. We used the Ecobee 24 volt just because of, one, we like the Ecobee because we have a remote sensor in the Ecobee, and also because you would have to rerun a wire to use this. It has to be a shielded 2-wire. You have to rerun it to where you want the thermostat, and then also rerun that wire to the condenser as well. And we just use the existing old 24 volt wires, which are like thin telephone wires almost. So yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, see you, America. I'll let you know how the heating goes this winter.